Yo.
Mike, I'm gonna start one tomorrow.
Oh, wait. That's not funny, but I guess we are live, even though I'm reading the book here. There we go. Raj is back. We are having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think we're back here. So while we get that all squared away, how's everyone doing out there? And welcome to the next or the latest edition of the New Jersey Craft Beer. That's what it is. But we have other people with us today. We've got Axe and Arrow because we're making this beer. Let's show you all what the beer is called. Hang on. I'm going to bring it up. Look at this. Hide us for a moment. Watch this. Boop, boop, boop. See, look at that. Fun stuff. All right. I think we're good. We got everything squared away. I think Raj is back. So
yes,
here we go.
I can hear you.
Awesome. So we're live talking about these two beers we made with our friends here at Axe and Arrow. It started with that ridiculous Atlantic City Beer Fest that we were just hanging out the whole time with the South Jersey Beer team, South Jersey Beer Scene team, which we have Vic here.
Everybody.
There he is. Hanging out. We had Axe and Arrow, and then we were talking about beers and, you know, the collab we did with Departed Souls at that festival, and it turned into other ideas and other ideas and other ideas. And basically, because we were hanging out the whole time, we decided, let's make this happen. So there are two beers that we landed on for this. And correct me if I'm wrong, they're being released exclusively at Clayton Liquors.
So they'll also be available in our tap room, but the only place you can get it out in the wild is if you go see Raj at Clayton.
Yes, and I'm really excited for that too.
That's great.
I haven't had any blender series, but I've been hearing nothing but the good stuff about the blender series that Chris and his, Axe and Arrow doing it right now. So I'm really excited. And are you like gonna give out what you making? What they're gonna call or?
Oh, for sure. We're gonna get right into that. So everyone that's tuning in right now, Clayton Liquors is in Clayton, New Jersey, which is a few minutes outside of the brewery where Axe and Arrow is in Glassboro, and they have a killer selection of local beers and regional beers and anything you need and an amazing crowler tap list and everything else you can imagine. But this beer will be released there as well as the brewery, and on the 30th, before we even get into the beer, the 30th of September next week is when the beer will be released at exclusively for NJCB members at the kickoff for it. Josh and Crystal, do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the beer while I bring up the label? Whichever one you want to start with, we can pop it in and talk about a little bit of that.
Yeah, so we kind of took our, we have a lot of fun with our sours. So we kind of took our sours and kicked them up a notch. Super, super, super fruited, probably at least double, maybe almost three times the amount of fruit that we put in our normal sour to the people's. And we've been having a lot of fun with like just, a little bit of a sweetness for an adjunct. So the two that we have coming out this week that the NJCB members are going to get a sneak peek before everybody else next Thursday are key lime coconut cheesecake and pineapple cherry cobbler.
Yeah. So, and these are some of the artwork, as you can see on the screen here. This is the pineapple cherry cobbler, and here's the key lime coconut cheesecake, which is they're both sounding to be pretty awesome. So we're definitely excited about all those. I just mentioned before we got on, I just put some key lime juice in my freshly fermented non-alcoholic seltzer. And I'm pretty excited for it. The beers are it's an interesting process the way you guys do it. So maybe you want to talk about why it's Blender Series and what that's all about for a moment.
You should probably go shut that door. We're going to
get my kids
invaded
away.
soon by kids. So this idea really started actually from talking to Raj back in the day when I was dropping off cans. He kept telling me to make a smoothie beer, and I was like, "Well,
I did not know that one. That came from me, so I don't know."
Well, that was one of the original things. So then we, we tried some burley oak dreams and smoothie and stuff like that, and we just decided to try to make a beer in that style, and that's where the Blender Series kind of came from. So we had to really up our fruiting rate and a couple different processes, like carving something so thick was very tough to kind of figure out that in the beginning. But really just, I think the first one we made was a blueberry lemonade one, and it wasn't called Blenders at the time. And we brought that to Atlantic City Beer Fest, and there was such a response to it. I'm like, all right, well, maybe we should try something. And then I think we did the strawberry banana coconut, and they all sold out quick and got really good response. And the untapped scores were really like strong. So we just decided to keep on pushing that. So it's really just trying to come up with flavors and places to find them, because you can come up with all types of flavor combos, but you have to be able to find them too. So
to source the ingredients and
stuff like that, starts to get a little tough.
Josh and Crystal, I know we had talked about when you added the fruit in there. Tell me about the cheesecake. At what point do you add the cheesecake into the beer?
So the cheesecake icing, right?
Yeah. We
add that in secondary, and we do a couple things to the beer to try to keep it as stable as possible. It's almost impossible at that level without pasteurization to keep it super stable. So that's part of the reason that we like to keep it in house, and we like to keep it with a collaboration with one person. So like we know Raj is going to keep it chilled and everything. So. If we were doing this on a really big level and distroing it all over the place, we would have to do something completely different, really. Buy like $100,000 piece of equipment that I just saw out at CBC to make it stable. But really, we're just adding it in secondary and kind of rousing it and spinning the whole, like recirculating the beer and just mixing everything in and blending it. So that's kind of where the name Blenders came from. So but really we're just throwing it right in secondary.
That is some fun artwork you have on those can labels too. Maybe you could tell us about that a little bit.
Well, the artwork really just came from my buddy John. He I went to school with him and known him for a long time, and went to his apartment in Brooklyn maybe 5 years ago, and I'm sitting on the couch, and he has all this artwork everywhere, and I'm looking at it, and I said, we got to use him. He's just awesome, and we just have to tell him one or two things about the beer, and he can just draw it, and he's quick, and it's pretty cool just being able to use a friend.
Yeah.
And he's just so talented.
Yeah. Part of the reason this beer also came to was because we, like with the South Jersey beer scene and NJCB, we've been talking back and forth about different things, and we figured let's try to pool our resources and just try to get this thing out as much as we can. And it's a pretty good idea to have this all come in, like we, with South Jersey beer scene focusing on obviously the south part of the state, and Axon Hour being in Glassboro in the south part of the state, like it really works out well. And Vic showing up at all these events and, you know, doing his homebrew podcast and everything else for that. Like a lot of this stuff is really, it's really great. And John Kashow, who couldn't be here today, he, you know, folks are doing a lot of this other stuff. Like it's really just kind of a fun thing. I know for those paying attention, following along, with like Atlantic City Beer Fest, you guys were there, seeing us there with Cedric's Beer Scene guys. We did the joint party, collaboration parties and stuff. The kickoff party, we were all kind of involved in the same thing, trying to get people out, which was wonderful. And we're going to continue that. So when you guys are out and about, I have a couple things coming up down the line, which we'll kind of hint out in a little bit. So while you guys are, if you have any questions on the beer while you're listening and tuning in live, including Dan from Chimney saying hi, and Gene from Team NJCB, you know, post them in the comments, say hi, ask some questions. Hopefully you guys can come out to the release. Like I said, it is on the 30th, starting around 6 o'clock. The NJCB and I will, the team from my team and I will be there. Some of us will be there, depending on what time. Some might be a little bit later, a little earlier. These day jobs, you know, they get in the way sometimes, but pretty often. But we're going to try to be there at 6. So hope you can try it there. Obviously, if you can't make it there, I want you to come and get it at Clayton Liquors and see what Raj has going on. Raj, tell us a little bit about what you're currently stocked with at the store.
Oh, we got all kinds of beers right now. Like I'm loaded. I'm always loaded. You know, I'm not scared to buy good beers. You know, just like Josh and Crystal are killing the sour game, so I'm always excited for their sour. So I'm always watching for stuff like those, like, you know, whatever the top-notch beers out there. I would love to have them in my store. You know, I just want my customer to walk out happy. You know, I try my best to do that. If somebody come and ask me, show me your best sour, then I know where to point them at, you know, or if they say, give me a best IPA, I know, you know. So, you know, like every time I post X and Arrow, people come and grab it. You know, they known for their sour. So it's like, without, you know, close my eyes and just go for it, basically, you know, because, you know, anytime they do like a pineapple fluff or peanut butter jelly, whatever, is like, they are killing the sour game. That hands down on the sour game by them. So same way with every brewery. I just trying to look for the best one out there, and, you know, just make my customer happy. That's the goal I have in my life. So if I'm running a show, I want to make sure people just happy, you know, try my best. That's all I can do here. So
yeah.
And, you know,
and Raj just expanded, so he's got a lot more cooler space to keep a lot more delicious beers in house.
Yeah, and we do single now. So any beer you want out of my store, you can do single. You know, any 4-packs you want to single off out, you are most welcome to take one can. It doesn't have to be full 4-pack. So, you know, just trying to make everybody happy. You know, back then I was just only 4-pack guy, but now I thought, you know, you should change with the time. So if everybody's changing, why not me? So, you know, hey, make customer happy. And I get their point. Like, you know, you buy same beer of, you know, 4-pack, and if you don't like one, you know, then you kind of stuck with next 3. So might as well, you know, try one, try one. If you like it, come back and buy 4 more of same one. Then, you know, at least you know what it tastes like. So yeah, say, you know, let's do that. So I started doing that. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a local liquor store by my house that started doing 2-packs. They split the 4s into half, and it's the same thing as singles basically, but, you know, they're doing 2-packs, which is a pretty cool approach. You know, there's a way to try things that, you know, like sometimes you don't know what you're going to get, but every time I've gone to Clayton Liquors, you walk out with a killer selection of beer, that's for sure. There's a whole hashtag you got going on, Raj, too, man. You got you got a cult following, buddy.
Hey, man, I'm here because of my customer, and I really appreciate all my customer for support over the years, man. So I won't be here without them. So give all the credits to my lovely customers, you know. So they're the one who keeps me going, you know. There's 2 people out there, you know, the beer maker, like just like you know, X and Arrow or all the good breweries out there. And second one is my good customers. They trust me, and then I try to do my best to make sure they like what I have, you know. So sometimes I have to say no, because I kind of know what they like, what they don't like. If it's not my style, I tell them I'm okay. But, you know, I try to do my best with bringing what they like, you know. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And you guys always been supportive, Mike. I really appreciate it too. You know, I mean,
oh yeah,
knowing you for a long time, and just you are always there. You know, whenever I need you, you're always there. So I really appreciate that too.
For sure. I love the fact that you know, being able to work exclusively on a specific beer. Like when Josh and Crystal and I were talking about like different ideas, I gave him a crazy idea. Josh was talking about it, about being able to not be able to source certain things. And like the idea I had, we were like, how the fuck do you find that kind of fruit? Like, and we're like, exactly, maybe another time. But like, it's pretty cool to have something that turns into, you know, things we like in edible food form, turned into a beer, turned into a place that gets released with friends at a place that's exclusive with friends. You know, like it's, I love the full circle community of this, and I'm pretty excited that we're able to do this. We did have a question from for Axe and Arrow about what you're pouring at Glassboro this weekend. So Glassboro Festival is coming up this weekend for those who are not paying attention to NJCB as close as you can.
So we're bringing a New England called the Nor'easter. It's an Amarillo Citra Columbus hopped IPA. We have a pumpkin spice coffee porter called Jack O'Wired. It's a variant of our Hardwired, which is our core porter, which is normally a hazelnut coffee porter. And I believe we're sour. It's going to be the pineapple, orange, raspberry sour to the people.
Awesome.
We'll have those. The Jack O'Wired is, we did a batch of that. I think our salesman already sold the whole thing out. So we only got a couple kegs of it, left. So it went pretty good at sipping on station. And then this week, the sales guy threw it out the door. Apparently people like pumpkin beers.
Apparently that's a thing. I mean,
it's a pumpkin spice beer, though. Some people think they're going to be drinking like a pumpkin pie, but it's more like a coffee beer.
Sure. I am. Oh, look at that! There's Jack O'Wired being loved.
Yeah.
I'm not personally a huge pumpkin fan, but I do make a collab with Icarus every year. So I was seeding out some ideas before, but teasing him a little bit. But Icarus's NJCB collab, Build Me Up Butternut, will be back. It's being brewed. We're brewing it up tomorrow. It's going to be the same kind of base recipe as it has been in the past. So stay tuned for that. And because the events are a thing again, there'll be, since we missed 1 year of it, we'll have that released at the brewery with the punk rock themed Halloween party with bands playing and all that kind of good stuff. So stay tuned on NJCB for that. And yes, thanks, Nick. We are. And Crystal is a beautiful person as well.
Hey, Mike, I want to give you a shout out. That is an excellent beer to Build Me Up Butternut.
Yeah,
really nice beer. I'm not a big squash or gourd type of beer, but that's a really nice one. It's got a nice little kick to it also.
Yeah, thank you. It's an interesting one because it's one of those things that's a food idea that turned into a beer, just like the collab, the Blenders collab. Like it's, sometimes you think about what you like and you're like, oh, I love, like I'm drinking a turmeric tea right now, and that was one of those NJCB Atlantic City Beer Fest collabs that was COVID year. So that beer was something I eat, drink, etc., and it turned into a beer. So beer is food, food is beer, that kind of thing, and it's kind of cool to be able to kind of spin these around. Me as a non-brewer is even the best part about this. I just come up with random ideas, and I love what comes through it.
That's what I do. And then they figure out how to make it happen.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I love key lime. That's one of the only pies I love. So I'm like, this is gonna be great. It's definitely fun. I wish that I went away with my friends with the 12 cases of beer we brought a couple weeks ago. I wish it was next week or the following so I could have it for them to try, but I'm sure I can probably get some to my friends that don't live anywhere near. New Jersey to have some, but
Well, you know, the beer has to be good. When you look at all the ingredients, if you look at the side of the can, I would eat all of these, even if they weren't in beer. I would eat all of these. So if you look at those ingredients, that's bound to be two delicious beers.
yeah. And for those that didn't realize they're being canned, that's what the labels are. They'll be on draft, correct, at the brewery?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we're
pulled
putting
off a couple
a couple kegs,
kegs.
Yep.
Super limited though. So we split 1 7-barrel batch and made 3.5 barrels of each. So super limited. Raj is getting 10 cases of each, I believe. And then we'll have probably about the same. So definitely want to grab them while you can.
Yeah, it's a one and done, and you don't want to keep them out shelf. Keep them in the fridge. Keep them cold.
Absolutely.
Keep them refrigerated when you come. Try it. At the brewery next week, come say hi. I'll be there for sure. I don't know who else from the team will be there. I believe a few of the guys will be there, but please come say hi. Yeah, what else you guys got going on at Axe and Arrow, aside from those beers and this weekend stuff?
Gearing up for Halloween for Witchcraft. We're going to be at Witchcraft. We're super pumped about that. And we've got some fun Halloween themed beers coming out for Halloween weekend.
Awesome.
Well, we all just went to CBC too, so
All right.
We'll be doing some expansion. We're going to be doubling our production, size by the end of the year. All the lead times now are crazy, so I don't think our new tanks are showing up till probably December. So new canner, new tanks, so we'll be able to pump out some more beer.
Awesome.
So that's pretty fun for me, at least.
Yeah, I mean, keeping the same amount of like when you can double or whatever, you're still brewing the same time. It doesn't take that much longer to brew the same quantity. It's just heating the water and transferring the film. That kind of stuff is what takes a little bit longer. But overall, it might increase it a little bit. But the production side of it, you get even more out of the same kind of space, and it's great to see and hear that you're expanding already. So many people are expanding. It's kind of awesome.
Talking to all the manufacturers out there, it's just crazy now, and just all the shipping, costs and everything. So everyone's trying to get their stuff in their tanks ordered, because I waited an extra month to put a deposit down on a tank, and it went up like at 1,000. So I'm like, all right, let's get this, deposit.
For sure. Vic, what else is going on with South Jersey beer scene? What do you got going on?
South Jersey beer scene, and thanks, and also thanks for, it's an honor to be included with this collaboration with such a great brewery. So thank you guys all for us. It's and we kind of been collaborating all along, just wasn't officially on here. So, with the South Jersey beer scene, we're expanding our YouTube channel presence. We just released a couple of shows that I did with Tori from Backward Flag and with Ian and Gary from Battle River. We recorded one in the basement, live in the basement. Mike, you've been down here.
Yeah.
For the first time in about 2 years, we actually did a show in the basement with John Kokoza from Ross Brewing.
Ross, nice.
So that should be released pretty soon. Plus, we have our other shows on the YouTube channel. We got Alexis Drinks. I saw Alexis was watching this. Hey, Alexis, how are you? As well as other shows that we have. So, expanding that channel, we really do encourage everyone to subscribe and see what we got to offer out there, as well as, other stuff. We're looking forward to Witchcraft also. That was a fantastic event, so we look forward to that. And I look forward as an Ocean County resident. I look forward to Raj opening an Ocean County store, so we can get all the same great stuff you got down there.
Hey, if you ever find a license, let me know. I have a license. I need a license over there. If there's a license available, I'm coming.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish our license is available anywhere.
I heard that they were pretty cheap too.
Yeah, very cheap. Yeah, like $10. You might get one for $10 nowadays. No, it's great. And Raj, I know you expanded recently. What else do you have going on? Or are you just pushing through what you have and bringing more and
there
more.
it is.
Look at that.
Yeah,
I just got that today, guys. So if anybody interested, super limited. Only couple cases, and that's the second one. Sour to the people, just coming in today.
That's great.
Both of those will be at Glassboro Beer Fest.
Yeah, my buddy Chris dropped me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is going good right now. It's a little quiet right now. I think school started and all that, so September is usually a little quiet. Hopefully next month, we might see some spike. I think football is helping a little bit now. I see more people on Sunday, right before game and all that. So, being in a South Jersey, I think I noticed that like every weekend people go to the beach. So we kind of missing out on a little business in the South because everybody's at the beach on the weekend. So I think now, and as soon as that stops, the school starts. So that the first September is kind of quiet, but once we go in October, I think it should pick back up in a beer business. I think so. We'll see how it goes this year.
For sure.
But it's doing a little better than last year. I think I am. After the little expansion, I can see a little spike coming back up. So I'm kind of excited about to see what happens in October, November, and December. So, and if I keep getting good beers like this, then I'm ready to roll. I want beer comes and goes. Beer comes and goes. I'm in love. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of beers I'm looking for. So, and whatever they made right now, that sounds amazing. I'm vegan, so I don't do dairy. I wish I can drink. It sounds so good right now, but I can't. It's got a dairy and all that. But so I think the name says everything. The description says everything. Like that beer gonna fly. So kind of excited about that.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it should be similar to Imprint or Drecker. So same. I think that you can put those in the same category. If I had a Drecker a couple of weeks ago, it kind of flew out of here. I like almost 40 cases all gone in like 3-4 days. So this beer should be kind of like similar because the way they say they're using so much fruit in there. Same thing in a Drecker beer. Like if you look at the picture of their beer, it's like a smoothie, and their beers are same way. So kind of I'm excited about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm gonna probably make a video on my page when I get it. I'll probably pour the people like to look at it, what it looks like, and all that. So I'll make sure I'll make a video of their beers and
Awesome.
Guys, good luck. Have a nice one. Yeah, so
Nice customer service there. I love it.
That's right.
I had a couple customers. They're getting married in a couple weeks, so I had a big order, but I could not get it because I was in a meeting. I had to say good luck. But,
and stay tuned for anyone else still paying attention. Stay tuned to a bunch of other things coming down the line. We did just make a quick collab with some local hops with Last Wave and some fresh Ocean County hops. It was an IPA made with them, so that came out as a small batch. That's out. It was draft and crowlers only. And then if you're around on Friday, Dr. Brew Littles is releasing this session IPA that we made, that NJCB made with them, coming out Friday. There are also a few events coming back. We have an event at Paragon in Clark. That's not South Jersey. It's north, but that's coming back. And then I'm working on a couple other events in the south part of the state. Obviously, like Witchcraft and all those things will be around, but stay tuned for a couple other events that are going to be coming on the line. Like I said before, the Icarus collab, and there are a few others that are not fully stated yet, but there are some ones out there, and now that we can, like Raj mentioned, September is crazy for those that have children. It's probably the craziest start of a September that anyone has had in now 2 years. But it's children that are school age, I should say. But it's getting back. So come on out, support the local breweries, the local bars, the restaurants, liquor stores, brew pubs. Keep on keeping on, and stay tuned. And as we exit, I'm going to pass the digital mic over to Action Hour to tell everyone how to find them socially and in person, and then we'll go down the line from there. So take it away, guys.
We are on Facebook, Instagram at Axanaro Brewing. We're going through some website renovations right now, so that may be spotty right now. But axanarobrewing.com is our website that's normally up in the next 24 hours or so.
And stop by the brewery in Glassboro. And what's the exact address?
We're 105 High Street West. We face the square, not High Street, which makes it very interesting for some people to find. And there's a giant parking garage right behind us. So some people think that there's a problem with parking, but there's definitely not. We're there Wednesday through Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, we're off because we have to have time to make the beer. But yeah.
And when you're in Glassboro, by the way, for those still paying attention, there's also nearby breweries and restaurants and anything else. So support them all while you're there. And I think Clayton Liquors is about maybe 5 minutes away. So Raj, how do we find you?
You can find us on definitely on Instagram. I'm big on Instagram right now, I think, and Facebook. And I just started TikTok probably yesterday. So I'm trying to do everything I can, just to be out there. I had one customer told me you should be on a TikTok. I said, okay, then I'll start that too. So like yesterday, literally I had started doing TikTok. So
are you dancing?
So that's where.
Are you doing TikTok dances or just like showing the beers?
Not yet. I have to take some classes before I do that. So I haven't had a chance to take classes yet. So let me do that. Maybe if you got some moves, I might meet you up at the Axanaro. You can teach me some stuff too.
Sounds good. I'll do this.
Yeah, then that's going to be 1 million views right there. No, but yeah, so you can find us on Instagram easily. I'm ClaytonLiquors.com. Also, it links to my Instagram. So if you guys don't have Instagram, you can always go on ClaytonLiquors.com. It's also hooked up to my Instagram, so you can see all the posts that I've been posting. And I try to post like all the unique beers that I get. I don't try to post like regular beers, but if I think it's something unique, customer need to know, I usually go on Instagram and start posting. And the second thing I wanted to say thank you to Mike for giving me opportunity. Same thing, Josh and Crystal. Thank you again for giving me also opportunity to release the great beers that you guys gonna make out of my store. So I really appreciate that too. And I'm gonna do my best to put them out there. So and South Jersey beer scene. Where's my buddy John at? I don't see him today.
Yeah. Long story short, work issues.
I'm the poor replacement for him.
The replacement. I think you're a little better than him, so I'm not complaining at all. So, but don't tell him I say that, But,
Raj, the first thing I'm going to do after we're off is tell him that you said that. So
tell him I'm asking about him too. So that's my
buddy. I will.
Yeah,
I for sure will. He might be watching anyway. Right.
Yeah, but thank you so much for bringing me up live. Also, that's my first live like this on a YouTube. I never done it, but I think I can do more down the road. So I'm getting ready. That's my first step right here. So
I got you. We'll do some TikTok dances next time. I don't know them, but I'll have to ask a 7-year-old how to do that.
Yeah, right.
Awesome. And Vic, how do we find South Jersey Beer Scene?
Okay, SouthJerseyBeerScene.com website, Facebook South Jersey Beer Scene, Instagram same South Jersey Beer Scene. Also, as I said before, YouTube channel South Jersey Beer Scene. Make sure you go on, subscribe, and see some of the stuff we have. You can also go under and see what antics that I'm up to under Vic's Basement Brew. It's usually on there also, as well as we have Alexis Deacon Show, Alexis Drinks. You could follow her, and we got some great new stuff coming out. So stay tuned on everything. Thank you, and thanks again. It's great to be part of this whole collaboration.
Yeah. Thank you, and also those that are still paying attention. I've been pulling in a lot of South Jersey Beer Scene's feeds to NJCB. So when you're on NJCB, you can read most of the content aggregated back to NJCB. So which is pretty nice. I don't pull in all the feeds for every single video, but a lot of the content is being pulled in, which is nice. And this just arrived today, a day later than I was hoping it would. But our friend Tara Nurin wrote a book, and I'm going to bring this up here so you guys can see it a little bit bigger. So our friend Tara, who's a Jersey, not native, but she's lived here most of her life now. But she wrote this book about women in the brew house. So check it out. You can get it on Amazon. I know she just had a book party a a book release party for it at Keg and Kitchen in Westmont, which was nice. Sadly, I couldn't make it to there, but I got the book. So give it a try, and you know, hope to see you guys at these events. Like I said, swing by on the 30th. Come say hi, and you know, NJCB, you can find us pretty easily. You know how to find us if you're paying attention here. I'm sure you can find all the other stuff. So that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.